Alright, how we doing guys? Dino here, fundamental guitar. Today I'm going to be showing you how to play Waiting in Vain by the late great Bob Marley. Fantastic song. Bob Marley is one of my musical heroes, and this is one of my all-time favourite Bob Marley songs, so I'm going to really enjoy teaching you the song. I started listening to Bob Marley from a very early age and kind of fell in love with his songs. I'm not really a big reggae fan, but his songs, they're universal. They're so great to learn. For guitar, for singing, kids in schools, you learn this in their families and stuff. His music transcends genre, to be honest, and you know, anywhere in the world you've got people listening to Bob Marley in all different ages. So I hope you enjoy learning this song. It's pretty easy, it's pretty straightforward in terms of song structure, but it's in the key of A flat, so the chords are a little bit tricky to play. So I'm gonna sort of show you how to play it open, you know, with slightly trickier chords, so more for the intermediate to advanced players. And then I'm going to show you an easier way to play it using the capo. So this is really good for beginners as well. Alright, so let's start getting into it. We're going to, as always, start with a little bit of singing and a little bit of playing, and then we'll go into the lesson from there. From the very first time I blessed my eyes on you, girl, my heart said follow through. But I know now that I'm way down on your line, but the waiting feel is fine. So that's how the verse sounds, and we're going to go into a little bit of chorus. I don't want to wait in vain for your love. I don't want to wait in vain for your love. There we go, that's how it sounds. I'm sure you all know the melody and how it sounds. Just to refresh your mind, and also to just get a look at it and see how it fits with the guitar and the rhythm that I'm playing. You probably would have noticed there that there's not much going on here. There's only two chords being played back and forth, and that's why I love this song. It's so simple, it's so easy. Those two chords get you near enough 85% of the entire song. There's just a bridge in there, which we'll cover, but that's most of it there. So let's start looking at the chords. Again, I'm going to show you an easier way afterwards, guys, so bear with me on that. A flat major 7 goes to D major 7, and the tabs are in the description as always, guys, and the song format, so check that out. I'm playing the A flat major 7 with my thumb, the root note, sorry, with my thumb. You can use your index if you're more comfortable with that, no problem. 6th string 4th fret, because that is an A flat. That's your A flat major 7 going to D flat major 7, and it's just those chords back and forth, a bar for each chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to wait in vain for your love. Okay, so as I said, that's like near enough full song. That's all your verses and your choruses, you heard it there. Now we've got to look at the bridge, and this part is a little bit tricky, to be honest. We're going to have, let me just play it a bit and then we're going to. Summer is here and I'm still waiting there. Summer is here and I'm still waiting there, yeah. Okay, so the chords here are D flat, 2 frets up, same shape makes it an E flat, and we want a C minor 7, 2 frets down makes it a B flat minor 7. So 4 chords there, but only 2 shapes. Okay, again, everything's in the description, so check out the tabs there. And the timing here is slightly different, guys. So we're going to have a split bar, so each 2 beats for each bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's something else happening there. You may have heard me mention in other lessons. It's called a push. So as the chord's changing, there's a little push there. So the chord change is coming in slightly earlier than normal. I'll count it so you can hear what I'm talking about and should help you understand it. So 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So the change is happening on the and of the 2, which gives it, it's called a push because it's just been pushed in a little bit early, and it gives it a little bit of a broken syncopated feel. So reggae song, so that kind of sits nicely with the acoustic vibe that we're playing. So once again, 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay, so there we go. That is the song. That's the verse, the choruses, the verses, the choruses, and there's your bridge. You've got your chords, everything, and your timing. Now let's have a look at it with the easy peasy way, which I developed using Capo. It's our best friend as a rhythm guitarist. called a capo in the UK, the Americans call it a capo, but we love it because it makes guitar playing easy. I went for years without really knowing what it did. All I knew was it just made the song higher. But in this case, it's not making the song higher. We're still going to play it in the key of A flat, but it's going to make the song easier. How it's going to make the song easier is this. We're going to explain it for you here. So when we play a bar chord, they call it a movable chord because you can actually move it up, and it still plays that chord, but it plays it a semitone above because the bar is handling the open strings. So when you put a capo on a fret, it's going to constantly always hold down those strings. So whatever chord you play open, everything's going to be transposed by a semitone. So if I play a G shape here, right? So everything's been moved up a fret, and the open strings obviously are being barred here. So everything's been transposed by one semitone. So that G is not a G in terms of the sound. It's actually a G sharp because it's been taking up one semitone because we're playing, we're capoing on the first fret. So we're taking a G up one semitone, makes it a G sharp. And if we play the C, it's no longer a C, it's a C sharp because again that chord's been. So all our chords open are going to go up a semitone. So now G, we said G sharp, but the key signature for this song we're playing in the A flat. So G sharp is the same as A flat, and C sharp is the same as D flat. So for the purpose of the song, we're going to call these chords. It's a G shape here, so we'll just call it that. But you've got to know that it's actually an A flat, and the C is that we're looking at a C shape. So it's the feel of A, but we're really playing in the key of A flat. Okay. So with that explanation, I hope it made sense. We're going to start moving on to how to play the song. And I was playing a major 7 chord before, but I think it's a lot easier in this one. We're just going to play a G, right? So you could just play your regular G, but I think it's a little bit nicer. I mean, you got your root octave to the root on the high E string there, which I don't think we need. I think it makes it a little bit twangy. So just play top half of the G, which is 6th string and the 5th string, and pluck bass note, which is 6th string, and then 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, so that will be a G. Still all the notes in for a G, nothing's missing, but it just sounds a little bit nicer with the melody. And that G is going to go to a C major 7. So those two fingers just literally drop down a string. They're so simple, guys. And why is it a C major 7? Because we're not playing, we would normally be playing a full C. We'd have our index finger 2nd string, 1st fret. That's a C, that's an octave of the root note. And open, it's a B relative to the capo. B is the 7th note in the scale of C, so it's a C major 7. So play it with these two fingers and drop them 2 down, and then pluck the middle 4 strings. C major 7. So and the verse. From the very first time I blessed my eyes on you, girl. And you can move the bass note if you want as well when you play the G root note on the bass note on the 6th, pluck, and the second time you pluck middle 4 strings, so then that's moving the bass note there from the G to the B, which is just moving the bass note from the 1st to the 3rd. So that's the first 2 chords, and then we're going to go to, well, in fact that's the verse and the chorus just there. So we're going to look at the bridge. So we want C goes to a D. Easy major chords, right? And remember, because it's capoed up, really it's a C sharp, which is a D flat, which is what we want, D flat and E flat. So now it's a D, but it's a D sharp, which is the same as an E flat. And then we're going to go, it's the only tricky one, we're going to play a B minor 7 and a A minor 7. So summer is here and I'm still waiting there. C to D, B minor 7, A minor 7. And that is, again, same timing, split bars, push, can throw. If you don't want to put the push in, leave the push out, just play 1, 2, change, 3, 4. And that's as simple as it is, guys. This is great for beginners, as I said, and for intermediate to advanced players. I use this to teach beginners and people that are a little bit more advanced. So let me know how you get on with it. Give me a shout if you've got any questions. As always, I'll read and respond to all of the comments left. If you want to get in touch through Twitter, Facebook, the links are all there on my page. Hopefully you enjoy the lesson, and I shall see you again soon. Take care.